Hello everyone. I welcome you all to my channel called The Exceptional Knowledge. I'm Niharika Singh and the subject we will be discussing today is talent management. All those pursuing their specialization in human resource management will definitely want to understand the concepts of talent management. This will enable you to be a successful human resource executive, personal, or even the manager. Therefore, we go on to understand the first and the foremost important word, which is talent. What do we understand of the word talent? There are certain keywords attached to the word talent, which are ability, aptitude, bent is an inclination towards something, capacity, flair of writing, flair of speaking, forte is your specialization or probably the thing that you are extremely good at, genius, knack. So therefore, talent is a natural ability to do something well, and this can also be developed by training. Now, since we've understood what talent is, let us go on to understand what talent management is. It is therefore a systematic process of identifying the vacant positions, hiring the suitable person, developing the skills and expertise of the person to match the position, and retaining him to achieve long term business objectives. Long term business objectives are basically how you reach your mission or your vision of the organization. We will go on and talk about what the vision and how it differs from the mission. Therefore, it is the coordination and management of the talents, of the manpower that is available to you. They are coming with various skills and capabilities. How do you manage the skills and capabilities of different people that offer their services to your organization? Therefore, managing and coordinating the manpower which is available to you from the time they're recruited in your organization till they are developed or finally they exit the organization. So now we go on to what are the basic components of talent management. First is talent attraction and selection. What do you mean by attraction? Attraction is basically the number of people who are eventually going to apply for the job, the ones that you have been able to attract for application, the ones that will apply to a specified job that you've opened up in your organization. That's attracting the talents. Then selection. Selection is that you pick out those talents from the ones that have applied to your organization. There is a selection process and you select them through various ways. It can be through written tests, can be through interviews or GDs, and you pick those out who are eventually going to take the responsibilities and duties of the position and will be working as the employee. Then we go on and talk about talent retention. Very, very important aspect of employees' journey in your organization, because retaining, you've done the first and foremost important step of attraction and selection. But if you can't retain your employees, the first step is futile, right? So you need to look for strategies to retain your employees. And the last and very important, the most important thing is talent development. What do you mean by development? Is it an overnight process? No. Talent is a long term process. It happens on a daily basis. You learn, you develop, you learn new skills, you develop new skills and capabilities through attending conferences, probably attending training programs, and that's how you develop yourselves, right? So these are the basic components of talent management. Now we go on to the two very important words, which is competitive and advantage. Competitive comes from the word competition. We all know that, oh, we've talked about being competitive in school, like she's a very competitive girl, he is a very competitive boy. So it comes into competition. Here, in terms of competition, we mean in terms of the industry competition, right? And then advantage means a condition or a circumstance that puts one in a favorable or a superior position. It's a leverage that you have in comparison to your competitors, right? It's one advantage that you carry. Now we go on to understand how do you achieve this competitive advantage through your people, right? You need your people working towards the same mission. The vision of your organization is to be achieved through the missions, small missions that you've created for each and every department, which ultimately leads to the attainment of the goals and objectives. You do that through talent attraction, we talked about, retention, and development. In all the above, all three lead to what is called talent management. And when you have your employees on the same page, they will help you achieve that competitive advantage. And here I would like to mention one very, very famous example of a washing machine. You know that the washing machine back 30-40 years back, there was no concept of a washing machine, right? But somebody back then had innovated, had come out with this concept called the washing machine, and it was sold. So how has it changed over a period of time? What we see as a machine today, as a washing machine today, was a lot or is a lot better than what it was 30-35 years back. How did it all start? There was somebody who came up with the concept of giving a product to the customers where clothes could be washed in a washing machine. So there was somebody in some company who came up with this idea, who came up with this new product. Then they did a lot of innovation. Initially, the washing machine just had one bucket. Then they came up with two buckets. One would wash the clothes and the other would dry the clothes. Though both the buckets had two different plugs. They again innovated. They came up with two buckets but one plug, and both the buckets functioned with that one plug. Then innovation happened, and then came in just one bucket that would wash the clothes as well as dry the clothes, right? And then innovation, a little innovation, R&D happened, and then we have automated machines. You just press a few buttons and the entire work from washing till drying is done, right? So that's how they have been able to achieve a large market share through innovation, through R&D. So who were these people who were doing this innovation and R&D constantly? And why were they doing it in the first place? So they were very well motivated, they were really engaged, they were the ones who came up with these R&Ds and innovations that led the company to have this competitive advantage, right? Coming to the same example but a different take on it, there was again a new service that was introduced, which was called the after sales service, right? And this concept was again very new at that time. What this company did was that once the product was bought, nobody went to the customer's place to tell them how to install it or how to either use it. So now we had this company actually selling the product and sending an after sales team to go back and explain to the customer as to how the consumer to how to use the product, right? And in case there was some technical issues, that would be taken care of by them. So that's how you achieve competitive advantage through your people. And when you have a very well motivated, engaged workforce, it's easy for you to achieve that competitive advantage, right? Now we come on to the importance of talent management. Is there importance of talent management? Of course, there is. Without the management, without the right management of the talent, you wouldn't be able to achieve your goals and objectives, right? So the first is it helps business improve performance. When you have a highly motivated, a highly engaged workforce, you definitely will be able to achieve high performance, right? It allows companies to stay competitive. I gave you the example of a washing machine. So definitely, yes, it keeps all the companies on their toes to be highly innovative and do their R&D. It drives innovation. We've already mentioned it before. Helps form productive teams. If there is a team member who's highly motivated, who's highly engaged, will eventually ensure that the team works on the same page as others, right? So they work towards the same goal. He's the driving force and engages the rest of the team to be as engaged as the rest. Then it decreases turnover when the employees are going to be content with the growth they are getting in the company, with the engagement they're getting within the company, the recognition they're getting. Obviously, there'll be less turnover, right? Then it leads to strong employer branding, is when you know that employees stick on with this organization for very long for the reasons that are as good as providing good environment, good salary structure, all of these. Then there's a brand which is made around the company which says that he's a good employer, and therefore people will be eager to come and join your organization, and it motivates others to do so, right? Now, coming on to the model, what is the talent management process? It all begins with planning. Why? Because you can't be recruiting. You have a recruitment plan. You cannot be recruiting without having a plan, right? So, how many people do you need? In which department you need? What are the skills that the people should be having, right? So, you need to decide all that in planning. Then, again, we talk about attracting is getting the right talent pool, creating the right talent pool, right? Then we go on to selecting. You pick the ones that are apt for your company or the position. You develop them, you train them, you give them training and on the job training as well, and make sure that they know what the job is, right? Then retaining, there are strategies through your salary or your environment that you provide that help the employees to be retained in the organization. Then is transitioning, that I move from an executive role to the manager role, or from HR manager, I move into some other role, probably marketing. So these are transitioning from one role to the other, right? And then we come to the model. Just a little in detail, it talks about planning. Planning is understanding business strategy, measurement, evaluation, and a workforce plan as to how many people you need and all of that, right? Then organizational performance and outcomes, which is obviously an end result. Then we have attracting. We talked about attracting is getting the right people to apply for the job. You select from those and then you develop those candidates who are eventually have to be retained because of the culture that you provide and the remuneration strategy that you provide. And then finally, the transitioning from one role to another. So this is the talent management model, and this is all that we are going to discuss in the first class because this is the basic, and from the next class, we will go on to every detail that needs to be discussed, right? Thank you so much.